22-year-old.
Well, that's crazy enough as it is. My 21-year-old, while I was in the service, I was in different places, so it was like summers, and so it was split. It's split time, terrible. So every time I saw
Anchors are now on YouTube.
Okay then.
We are. What was your favorite part of the Bob Honnell Christmas show premiere, Joe?
I really like you and Nick's intros and outros.
You did?
I did. Your guys' dynamic. Just the way you feed off each other is just great. You guys and
Joe, that's a huge compliment.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys really were great. And then the performers, I was like, it went from a broad spectrum of musical genres.
Sure.
But not only that, but it also, I mean, their takes on the traditional holiday songs are great. But then there was some extra songs thrown in there that I never heard before. They're like, those are neat too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
our viewers watching pre-LYNXX right now should make sure you need to buy the DVD.
Yeah,
if you want to see Nick and I, buy the
Boys and Girls Club, right?
You are 100% of.
Where else can they be purchased? Partnership Bank.
Partnership Bank in Toma.
First Weber.
in Toma.
F&M.
Here at Image Pictures Studio. Any of the LYNXX
DVD
places?
and Blu-ray.
No, because yeah. And you can always call Image Pictures Studio to ask and it's on our Facebook page. So that's great. So, and it's only going to air once on the Lemonwear Valley Telecom. One day only.
One shot at it.
One shot. So if you miss it, you're going to have to buy the DVD. You're going to have to support the Boys and Girls Club of Toma.
I thought, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in it, but the ending with the show choir.
Wasn't that great?
That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I know some of those kids because they're in the high school I work at.
I might contact it.
So, but they had one of the kids, Kale. He's in an elf costume, and he was sitting above, and I was like, oh, that's cool. It wasn't until later it dawned on me that he was the elf on the shelf.
Oh. But the elf on the shelf doesn't have hands.
Yes, but...
It just doesn't have those little white hands. I'm April Frelke.
Hi folks, I'm Maggie May, and you're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you to the community. Yeehaw!
In our top story, we are finishing our Aftermath series looking into the recovery efforts in the town of Ontario following the 2018 flooding. I'm April Frelke.
And I'm Joe Minnie. We want to welcome our YouTube viewers to the show in addition to our TV viewers. This week on LYNXX 24, Shay Gillick has recipe ideas for lighter versions of some holiday favorites in her December Fit Foodie. And Toma Memorial Hospital dietitian Joan Courtbine continues the holiday food trend with tips for healthy eating in the December edition of Health Chat 360. And finally, Larry Scheckel joins us for the Christmas edition of The Lab. So it's exciting.
Yes. Larry has got some really neat lab things.
As always.
Yes, he does. And I'm excited to find out Shay's Fit Foodie recipe, because it's always good to, you always like sweet treats, but to really make it in a healthy way is key.
So you don't feel bad when you eat the whole box.
So, Joe, you got to see the Bob Honnell Christmas show. Real quick, in a nutshell, what did you think of the premiere?
Oh, it was the premiere at the theater was great. It was the red carpet experience, you know,
really fun.
Meeting and greeting with everybody. That was great. I really had a good time.
A favorite in the show?
In the show, Brie Morgan. She really nailed it.
Oh, did she?
She did, and twice. Both performances. It was great.
All right, well, go get out there and buy that DVD to support the Boys and Girls Club. Well, this week's Connect 24 is brought to you by Rudy Jensen of New Lisbon. The week after Thanksgiving, we started a series called Aftermath, looking at the recovery efforts in two parts of the country hit hard by natural disasters during 2018. For 2 weeks, we gave you a look into what life is like in Florida's Panhandle following Hurricane Michael. This week, we're transitioning to the Village of Ontario, one of the hardest hit places by the end of August Wisconsin flooding. The record-setting rainfall caused the headwaters of the Kickapoo River to crest at record levels in many areas, with water levels topping out at almost 7 inches above the previous record. The rain and overflowing river washed out roads and left businesses, homes, and infrastructure underwater. Governor Walker declared a state of emergency across the Badger State, and the media attention came and went when the floodwaters were at their worst. So 4 months post-flood, we're taking a look at where the Village of Ontario is now. Village Board President Mark Smith told LYNXX 24 that the recovery is not coming along as fast as some people would like to see. There's a vibe of uncertainty, he said, adding that for many, life in the village, just over 500, is in limbo as they assess where to go from here, what they can and can't do, and what they'll be able to do. There are a lot of unknowns right now, Smith said.
And out of the Ontario's 25 businesses, 19 of those were victim of floodwaters. Today, over half still have not reopened their doors. In addition, 12 homes were flooded, with some declared a total loss. And the village's community center was completely destroyed as well. And that building is the heart of the community, said Smith, adding that life happened there, from weddings to funerals, holiday parties, reunions, and more. With where the community hall sits on the flood map, Smith said that the village isn't sure if they'll be able to rebuild. And the same goes for so many in the town who have lost so much, with unknowns about how much federal insurance money will come back for their losses, if they'll be able to rebuild, and if so, if insurance will be an option again with where they sit on the floodplain. Smith said all the affected buildings in Ontario have been put on a pre-application to be considered for mitigation. There is a financial hardship, he said. Flood insurance will only go so far, and there's the possibility that we'll take this hit again down the road. And for Smith and Ontario staff and elected leaders, the months since the flood have been spent in meetings with FEMA and the DNR, and the meetings almost become a full-time job, Smith said, adding that the vast majority of people don't have a clue about what's been going on in Ontario behind the scenes. We're looking at a lot of different avenues and trying to collect as much different information as possible, he said.
And as Smith said, looking to the future, the people of Ontario are staring into the face of uncertainty, not knowing if businesses and residents will be able to rebuild. There are many unknowns about the future of the village. If we don't have half of our businesses here, what does that do for the village, asked Smith. What if you don't have those affected homes? Those people are likely to move, and then you don't have the homes or the businesses on the tax roll. Everyone remaining is left paying more. Fewer businesses equate to a loss of tax revenue for the village, along with a decrease in outside funds coming into Ontario. The total impact, Smith said, is hard to gauge until the village has experienced it for a year or two. But in the meantime, there are a few tangible ways those in surrounding communities can help the people of Ontario as they work through this transition time and uncertainty. The Bank of Ontario has a flood relief fund account that will remain open through January 2019. The village has created a committee that will take applications and disperse the funds affected to residents and businesses that need them. Donations can be sent to the Bank of Ontario's Ontario Flood Fund using the information on your screen.
And another way to help is simply by writing a letter or making a phone call to the officials who represent Ontario at the state level about creating a new tax incremental district in the village. And these TIDs are designated areas where taxes collected on the growth and value of a piece of property are turned over to the municipality, with the revenue stream used to pay for improvements to the property in the TID. Ontario already has one TID, and to be eligible for a second, the village would need a special exception granted at the state level. Smith said the village is limited on the land available for new development as it sits between the rivers. However, a property owner is considering selling a piece of property to the village that is in a better location when it comes to floodwaters and would allow a place for Ontario businesses and residents to relocate and for a new village hall to be constructed. If the village could acquire the property and create a new TID, it would help considerably with the overall redevelopment of the village of Ontario. Mark Smith said, the more contact, the better. We'd be thrilled to have the support from the community, and you can help out you can help the village out by contacting Ontario's representatives using the information on your screen, which include 3rd District Representative Ron Kind, State Assembly Representative Lee Narrison, and State Senator Jennifer Schilling.
That is a lot of details, documents, taxes, losses.
The red tape, I'm sure, is just piling up, and they have to, make applications with a certain timeline, and get the funds that they need to rebuild.
Well, here's a little heartwarming story. It's always heartwarming to see the ways in which our people in our community come together, especially this time of year. And along with those lines, for anyone who doesn't have a place to spend Christmas or get a good meal Christmas Day, the Mauston Area National Guard and Log Cabin Deli in Mauston are teaming up to meet that need. From 2 until 5 p.m. on Christmas Day, anyone who needs it is invited to stop by the Log Cabin Deli for a free meal. Free will donations will be accepted but are not required. Volunteers from the National Guard will be on hand to help out along with restaurant staff. For more information, contact Sergeant Todd Raymond using the information on your screen.
Okay, so one of the best things about the holiday season is all the good eats that come with it. From drinks to sweets, there are lots of goodies that make their appearance only during the holidays, and they're tempting to load up as a result. So enter our fit foodie, Shay Gillick, who has some tips for creating some of those December favorites that are on the lighter side. Shay joins April in our studio for the December edition of the Fit Foodie. April, over to you.
Well, thanks, Joe, and welcome, Shay. We're excited to have you back on the lighter side of Christmas, the Fit Foodie. So what have you brought with us this time?
So today I went a little bit on the sweet side. Last time I was here, we did savory carnitas for our Thanksgiving leftovers.
With the turkey, yeah, it was delicious.
So now I'm bringing dessert. Okay. So what we have today is called a hot cocoa cookie.
Okay, and I'm going to try one while you're talking about it because they look delicious.
So what makes these a little bit healthier option is I am trying to eliminate a lot of the processed sugars, and by doing that I'm using pure maple syrup, and then the only other really added sugar would be from the chocolate chips that we would add, but in the recipe there's only a 1/4 cup for the entire batch, so it's minimal.
These are delicious.
They taste like a brownie, right?
Yes. Yeah. I was thinking, like, wow, I wish I had some ice cream too. Well, that's not on the light side.
Yeah, then we would be missing. We would be adding all that sugar in.
Right.
But the other neat option the other neat thing about these is they are also a gluten-free option. So I have a number of people in my life who need that gluten-free option, grain-free, things like that, and that's what you can get here. So it's definitely a very dense cookie. It literally takes 15 minutes to put it together. You take 6 ingredients, super fast. So if you have a food processor, you throw all 6 ingredients into your food processor, roll everything into small balls and pat them down into the little patties that make cookies, and then you bake them at 350 for I think all of like 10 to 12 minutes. I just kind of keep an eye on them.
Oh, absolutely.
Let them fluff up.
That was delicious. Like,
yeah, they're so easy.
That tasted kind of luxurious, like
right?
a luxurious
It's
cookie.
kind of a fancy little gluten-free dessert.
That is a great, and you, hot chocolate? What?
Hot cocoa cookies.
Oh, hot cocoa cookies. What's important about cocoa, adding that?
So cocoa itself is actually a processed powder from the cacao bean. So if you have access to cacao powder, you're actually going to have a higher antioxidant content, making it a little bit better for you. But the cocoa is a way to make something taste chocolatey without adding a bunch of extra sugar.
And Shay, you're with your Fit Foodie. I know you're into fitness too. So do you have any fit tips before you go out and maybe eat your sweet treats?
I do. You just played right into my wheelhouse. So actually Christmas Eve at 5:30 a.m., so that means you have to wake up early. I will be doing a spin class with the Toma Park and Rec Department, and that's just at the Toma Middle School. So try to get a little bit of sweat going before you get out. And
get your metabolism going.
Exactly. So then you also make better choices throughout the day.
Excellent. And where could our viewers find more information and tips from you?
My Facebook page is really where I'm the most interactive, and you can reach me. Feel free to message with any questions or any food exchanges if you have other recipes that you're interested in making a little bit healthier or allergen-free. Otherwise, I do have a website, thefitfoodie.fit.
All right, Shay, thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you.
Well, we need to take a short break. When we return, we're continuing our focus on holiday healthy eating and healthy tips with Toma Memorial Hospital dietitian Joan Kortbein in our December edition of Health Check 360. But first, here's a look at your 5-day forecast.
You want it, we'll find it, you got it. Price match and relax. That's the Rudick Jensen deal, sealed with a platinum level membership. Oil changes, done. Tires, brakes, alignment, all done. Car wash, you got it. Rudick Jensen Auto Mall, New Lisbon. Check out our inventory online at rudickjensen.com.
If we were like most food companies, we would constantly be innovating with stuff like taco tubes, rainbow cheese, and I don't know, drone delivery. But at Organic Valley, we've been innovating food for 30 years with just a few simple ingredients, like sun, soil, rain, and grass. So you can do revolutionary things like cook with it and, you know, serve it to your family. Just honest to goodness organic food. Call us crazy, but it's working. Organic Valley.
Take a moment and think about that special person you have in your life. You know the one. They're always going that extra mile with you. Wouldn't it be nice to send them a card or gift to show how much you care? Robbie's Pharmacy has hundreds of unique gifts. Show your special person how much you care and appreciate them. It feels good to give, and even better when it's a friend. Robbie's Pharmacy, we have that too.
The people of F&M Bank have been serving Tomah and the surrounding community for over 100 years. With 3 locations and a full suite of mobile services, we make doing business with us convenient and easy. Free bill pay, mobile app, remote deposit capture, even person-to-person payments. We also have loan and savings options, along with a complete lineup of business banking and cash management options. F&M Bank, banking solutions from people you trust.
Hi, I'm Josh Tully from The Josh Tully Show. You're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you to the community.
Welcome back to LYNXX 24 and welcome to the December edition of Health Check 360. 'Tis the season for holiday parties, baked goods, eggnog, and champagne toast. And with all the merriment this time of year, studies have shown that the average person packs on anywhere from a few to upwards of 5 pounds during the weeks between Thanksgiving and New Year's. So how do you make it through the most wonderful time of the year with the pant size you started with before Thanksgiving? Well, Tomah Memorial Hospital's registered dietitian and certified diabetes educator, Joan Kortbein, has some tips for healthy eating and healthy lifestyle during the holidays, in addition to starting off your new year. Welcome, Joan.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you.
Well, very good.
You have got the most important information, I think, for our viewers is how to get through the holiday season.
How to get through, yes. And if the holidays were just Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day, you know, they'd be easy to maneuver, but it's the weeks in between of holiday parties and shopping and wrapping and cards that just make all of us, yes,
right?
They leave us exhausted. So it's hard to take care of yourself with all that extra responsibility on top of an already busy lifestyle. So I brought you a goodie bag of items to remind you to take care of yourself.
Okay, so taking care. So this backpack looks like it's something to take care of the self. It's an item. So what's
So activity. It's usually the first thing that we give up.
Like I'm thinking hiking, right?
Yeah,
but I mean snowshoeing with your backpack, right?
Or packing your stuff to go to work so that you can go to the gym after work. So activity, yes. We give it up just because we're looking for extra time to get everything done. The nice thing to keep in mind is that studies have shown every time you get your heart rate elevated for 10 minutes, an hour later you're still at a higher calorie burning level. So there's benefit in even 10 minutes. So maybe you can't get your full workout in, but you can spare 10 minutes.
And maybe even cut down on some of your social media time to fit the activity in. So,
yes. So the best part about it is that, you know, even if you do 10 minutes after the holidays are done, you're still in the routine of doing it.
Great. So a little pattern. So in our backpack, we have a water bottle.
A water bottle. So staying hydrated. When we're not drinking enough, we tend to get tired, fatigued, and then we're lacking the energy. We need to do all those extra activities. Another thing is if you're not hydrated, a lot of times you think you're hungry, and so you're reaching for extra goodies.
So lots of water, maybe less eggnog, right?
Just a little.
Okay. Oh, and in here we have a little bit, we have a pillowcase.
A pillowcase.
For pillows.
Yes. So again, we give up time for sleep to get everything done. And again, the research has shown that when we're tired, our body craves more food, especially sugar, because it's looking for the energy we don't have from being tired.
Sleep.
Sleep is important.
And then we also have in here a journal, 2019.
2019 calendar planner. Because that's kind of what the holidays is. It's for planning for all those activities that you have, but also looking at how am I going to maneuver when I get to the holiday party or the family get-together. So I always tell the clients that I work with, you know, look at the buffet table or the dinner table. What are the foods there that you really value this time of the year? And spend your calories on those.
Oh, that's a great tip. So
skip the everyday calories, like the dinner roll or the Jell-O salad or the chocolate chip cookie, unless it's Aunt B's, you know, special recipe.
Right. If this is the only time of year that you get that peanut butter kiss cookie, right, have that, but skip the bread and butter because that's something you're going to eat all year.
You can have it any time of the year.
Okay. And any tips do you have, Joan, just even getting through the parties, like some of the liquids and things like that? What?
So number one, don't go to the party hungry. I know that sounds crazy.
That is a great tip.
But take a little snack ahead of time, handful of nuts, a little bit of popcorn, piece of fruit. So that way you're able to be more mindful during the party and make better choices. Yes, the drinks can add lots of extra calories. The eggnog, you know, extra merriment. So again, after every maybe alcoholic beverage or eggnog, have a glass of water. Pace yourself. Again, because those things can make you extra hungry in the end.
And I loved your point about the exercise. I'm just still thinking of that. Just 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Can really keep you, wow. Okay.
Yep. So a lot of times, you know, people that have bad knees, bad ankles, or you just are lacking the time, you know, maybe you're not into exercise. So if you can split it up and do the 10 minutes, maybe multiple times during the day, or even just the one, again, you stay in the habit of doing it.
Oh, those are excellent tips for our holiday season. Thanks so much, Joan.
Absolutely.
Well, don't forget that you can find this and past editions of the Health Check 360 on LYNXX 24 Facebook page. When we come back, Larry Scheckel joins Joe for the Christmas edition of The Lab. Don't go anywhere.
The people of F&M Bank have been serving Tomah and the surrounding community for over 100 years. With 3 locations and a full suite of mobile services, we make doing business with us convenient and easy. Free bill pay, mobile app, remote deposit capture, even person-to-person payments. We also have loan and savings options, along with a complete lineup of business banking and cash management options. F&M Bank, banking solutions from people you trust.
Take a moment and think about that special person you have in your life. You know the one. They're always going that extra mile with you. Wouldn't it be nice to send them a card or gift to show how much you care? Robbie's Pharmacy has hundreds of unique gifts. Show your special person how much you care and appreciate them. It feels good to give, and even better when it's a friend. Robbie's Pharmacy, we have that too.
Tomah Homes, building quality Stratford homes. Country cottage. Wraparound porch. A kitchen that loves to be cooked in. A mudroom with a washer and dryer. Custom designs. Tomah Homes, custom homes built around your life.
Americans love their cars, but when accidents happen, trust Abra Auto Body and Glass. America's most recommended to get it fixed right the first time, on time. Whether paintless dent repair from those dings, dents, and hail damage, collision repair from that nasty rear ender, or glass repair from that pesky rock chip, you'll get the highest quality repair from quality professionals. Call Abra Auto Body and Glass in New Lisbon at 608-562-6500.
We're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you, us, and the community.
Yay!
Well, welcome back to LYNXX 24, and welcome to a festive December edition of The Lab. I'm joined by Larry Scheckel, who's here for a little Christmas science. Welcome.
Joe, we got some things from STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math.
Very important.
And these are things that parents can do with kids as they're waiting for Christmas dinner or to open their presents. The first thing we have is a catapult over here.
Okay.
And by the way, the catapult looks like this, but we'll also have on the website. They can look at that, and they'll be able to build their own.
Okay, so
we'll put a little cotton ball on there.
Okay.
Nothing too dangerous.
It's rubber bands and popsicle sticks.
Popsicle sticks or craft sticks, yes. And we'll let you do that.
Okay.
Let her go.
And
ooh, all right. Now that's the mini one. We'll go with the super one now.
Well, I like that one.
Oh yes,
it's mini. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Craft sticks you can buy at Walmart, Shopko, any of those places like that.
All right, and
Push
then
that down.
the big bang.
One, yes. Ooh.
Oh, I hit the ceiling. It's got some power behind it.
Well, the next thing now is our erupting ornament.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is take an ornament like this.
Yeah, you had me at erupting.
Erupting. And I got one that has no color covering there. And so we'll put a little bit of, we got vinegar.
Okay.
So we'll put some vinegar in there. I'll have you do that.
All right.
With the funnel right there. And I got a little food coloring in there and a little bit of soap. I don't know if I put the soap in there. Well, let's do that. Put some soap in there.
Keep the funnel?
Yeah, just put the funnel there. There, we got some soap
so
in there.
soap and vinegar and some food coloring.
Food coloring, yes.
Okay.
Then we're going to add vinegar. So we'll use this one. Oh, not vinegar, but baking soda.
Because vinegar's already in there.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So you put that in there, about a heaping teaspoonful there.
Okay.
Put that in there. See what we got. Try that. And put it right in there.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. Okay. Beautiful chemical reaction between vinegar and baking soda.
So if the wrapping paper already isn't messy, you got this activity to do.
That's correct.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Now the next thing is really cool. This is called a Christmas tree, amazing Christmas tree, and it's really salt crystals. You're growing salt crystals.
Okay.
And these are about $5 or $6. You can get them most anywhere. We have one here where we've taken it out, and we'll have you cut this and pour the contents in there.
Just on the base, or
right. The instructions are very simple, and so you just put now that's salt water is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't tell you.
So
that,
just pour it in the base of the tree.
Base there,
okay.
Yeah. And then we have to wait 6 hours or so.
Well, Larry,
we'll speed it up a little bit.
This is a 30-minute show.
Already you can see it's capillary action.
Oh, it's soaking.
It's soaking. It's wicking. It'll go all the way to the top, and then crystals will start growing out on the ends.
So each branch is going to pull that salt water out to the tips.
Right. Now, to speed things up, we have one already
The
made.
magic to television.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
And that's kind of the way it'll look with the bent star here. And at first, it'll be very dark green. By now, this is about 12 hours old. It's coloring a little bit, fading a little.
So the green that's on the branches is probably drawing out into the crystals.
And then the salt crystals then are forming on the ends of the little branches.
Could you then add food coloring to it? Do you think that would wick up too?
You could.
I never know. That's science, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Trial and error.
Right. Now the next thing is we have here to write a secret message. And to write a secret message,
like to Santa,
we will take a piece of paper, and we'll have you take some lemon juice and write a message. So
okay.
We'll put some in here. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. So you write a message. Okay. Any message you want. Oh. Okay. All right. Very good.
Okay. Does that work?
Yeah, that'll work. I'm trying to figure out what you. Oh, the lab.
It's a secret.
Oh, I'm sorry, I gave it away there. Now you let this dry.
Okay.
And it'll take maybe 4 or 5 hours to let it dry completely, and then you put heat on it. Now we don't have a chance to do
What's the best kind of heat source?
Use a hair dryer.
Hair dryer
will work.
You have a Yule log going in the fireplace?
Well, if you don't burn it up.
Okay.
A heat gun that's used to remove paint. An iron that you iron clothes with.
Okay.
We have one already done here, and there it is.
Well, that's a very festive message. Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas there, yes.
Okay.
So a lot of these activities are very simple, but they're really good for kids to get involved with science or STEM activities.
Well, this is great. Okay, parents, look out, get some activities going. And you can find this and past editions of the lab on LYNXX 24 Facebook page. We need to take a short break, but stay tuned. Thank you so much for coming again.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
everybody.
Christmas. Thank you.
name is Cindy Zardi. I'm the district administrator for the Toma Area School District. Toma Memorial Hospital is very important to the school district because they're a strong partner with us in preparing kids for their future. And in addition to that, because the hospital is an integral part of our community, it's a place where our graduates can come back to have good paying jobs in our community. Toma Memorial is dedicated to quality community care.
I love superheroes!
Finally.
Suit up. I'll be there ASAP.
Mr. Incredible.
Catching the bad guys. Pow, pow.
The Incredibles are back.
Pew, 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 pew.
I'm
just demonstrating. No firing the baby around the house, you understand?
Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2. Rated PG. Now available on demand.
Rent now on LYNXX Network's Video on Demand.
Some food companies put smiling cows and green pastures on their packaging, even if they're actually kept in confinement. Not cool. But at Organic Valley, we put smiling cows in our fields, where they belong. And to prove it, we put these fitness trackers on our cows, so you can actually count the steps they take in our green pastures. Turns out they take more steps than most people. Looking good, ladies. Letting cows be cows. Call us crazy, but it's working. Organic Valley.
You're watching LYNXX 24, connecting you to the community.
Welcome back to LYNXX 24. And Joe Mini, I caught that little joke of yours when you said, look at the mini catapult.
Mini catapult.
You're Joe Mini.
Of course.
That's your.
Keyed in on that.
You have a cute little, like, silliness about you that's not so as out there as Nick's, but I love it.
I'm a fan of the pun.
Yes. So we've got a big weekend for Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, Alice in Wonderland. It's a production taking place this weekend. We mentioned it earlier last week, but the Monroe Jackson Dance Theater production, the 1st and 5th, or excuse me, 1 and 5 p.m. on December 22nd at Toma High School. You can purchase tickets in advance at JJ Floral, Timberwood Bank, and the Maryland School of Dance, or at the door the day of the show, featuring our own Melissa Kay.
Well, thanks to our guests, and thank you to our viewers and all of you at home for tuning in to LYNXX 24, where we're connecting you to the community. Merry Christmas.